Welcome to the call. Thank you for joining in.
हरे कृष्ण रविंद्र माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी from Charlotte. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call.
हरे कृष्ण. हरे
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from.
Hare Krishna Indulekha Karuna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association and all glories to your wonderful services. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika. Oh, Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from India. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day and all glories to your wonderful services. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. I Dandavat Pranam to you and to the all respected and most dedicated devotees of Bhakti Sangha. All good speeches to Radha Damodar. This is Pooja Arora from Haridwar.
Hare Krishna Puja Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shyamagari Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna Shama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna everyone. Hare Krishna everyone. I welcome everybody to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Ananta Chaitanya Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 12th chapter, 11th verse. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Prabhu for joining this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you to Shamagori Mataji for giving me the opportunity and for all of you assembled devotees. Please bless that it can be useful for everyone. So we'll start with Jai Radha Mata. Yeah. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivara Dhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Rajajanaranya Yashodanandana Rajajanaranya Yashodanandana Rajajanaranya Yashodanandana Rajajanaranya Yamuna Tira Vanatari Yamuna Tira Vanatari Yamuna Tira वनचारि यमुनतीरा वनचारि गए राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय 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 ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रोत्र श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन डू फाउंडर आचार्य शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रोत्र श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let me share.
Jaya Prabhuji, I can stop my share.
So, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 12, verse number 11. I am audible, right? Just internet connection. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 12, verse number 11. Tatvam samhitam adhasthiti janmanasham bhute hitam cha jagato bhavabandhamokshav vayuryatha vishati kham cha characharakyam sarvam tad atmakataya vagamo varunse. Translation. My Lord, you are the supreme knowledge personified. You know everything about this creation and its beginning, maintenance, and annihilation. And you know all the endeavors made by the living entities, by which they are either implicated in the material world or liberated from it. As the air enters the vast sky and also enters the bodies of all moving and non-moving entities, you are present everywhere. And therefore, you are the knower of all. Purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Stated in Brahma Samhita, Ekopi asau रचयितुं जगदण्डकोटिं यच्छक्तिरस्ति जगदण्डक्षया यदन्त अन्धान्तरस्थ परमाणु क्षयन्तरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. I worship the personality of Godhead Govinda, who by one of his plenary portions enters the existence of every universe and every atomic particle, and thus manifests his infinite energy unlimitedly throughout the material creation. Brahma Samhita 535. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabhis ताभिर्य एव निज रूप तया कलाभि गौलोक एव निवसते अखिलात्म भूतो Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potential Ladini. Their companions are her confidantes, who embody extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. Brahma Samhita 537. Although Govinda is always present in his abode, Golok Eva Nivasati, he is simultaneously present everywhere. Nothing is unknown to him, and nothing can be hidden from him. The example given compares the Lord to the air, which is within the vast sky and within every body, but still is different from everything. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्तस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुल्यं यत्कृपातः वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं वञ्चकल्पतरुश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Although Govinda is always present in his abode, he is simultaneously present everywhere. Nothing is unknown to him and nothing can be hidden from him. The example given here compares the Lord to the air, which is within the vast sky and within every body, but still is different from everything. So, again, my obeisances to all of you for kindly giving me the opportunity. Please bless that I can speak something useful and whatever the acharyas have said in line of the acharyas. So this chapter we are doing Samudra Manthan, and this is a very beautiful pastime which we are taking a look at. And we come to this chapter where the Lord is going to now bewilder Lord Shiva. Yes. The most interesting part is that I was listening to Radha Govind Maharaj's classes, and then he mentions over there that at the beginning of this chapter that the Lord is thinking. He says this, and I'm just paraphrasing what he said. And he says this most wonderful thing is that yeah, the demons are easy to bewilder. The demigods are easy to bewilder with my form, but this Nataraj, you know. If I don't bewilder this guy, then what is the use of me? What is the use of my potency? And everybody starts laughing in the whole audience. He said it in Hindi. So it's very beautiful the way he says it. And I'm not going to repeat that, what he said. And you can actually go and listen to it. Very beautiful, he says it. And so the Lord is thinking that, yeah, if he is not bewildered, what is the use? What is the use? That's why when Lord Shiva actually gets to hear about this, that's what we are coming to the point. When he gets to hear about this, he is shocked that can there be something so bewildering? He already knows Vishnu. He already knows, he is Vishnu, but in a different form, right? Like milk and curd. We all know those analogies. And so when Mohini Murti actually, when Lord Shiva actually approaches Lord Vishnu and says that, I've never seen something, I've heard so much. Even I want to see it. The Lord is asking, are you sure? Are you sure you want to see that form? He's like, yes, yes. And then he's glorifying the Lord. Actually, when he enters, he starts glorifying to him, glorifying that you are everything, right? Over here, he's actually saying this, that my Lord, you are the supreme knowledge personified. Yes. You know everything about this creation, beginning, maintenance, and annihilation. Starts with these prayers. And Maharaj says this thing that whenever we meet a great person, we should start like this. You should appreciate, glorify, and then put your, the whole whatever you want from that person. And that's how these people do it, right? Prabhupada mentions that even in the business world, they arrange some elaborate business meetings. Yes, elaborate parties, like because in corporate world these parties go on, right? So they have these elaborate corporate social settings. They have a big meeting rooms, entertainment, this, that, drinks, and all that stuff. Why? Just to make sure that the person is pleased. Why? If the person is pleased, then he'll wholeheartedly accept the deal and might give more also. Yes. All these companies, if you really think, I also work, right? Everybody is working, maybe this job, that job. Why do we have to speak nice words? Why do we have to be nice? Why do we have to do all these things? Because we don't want any trouble. You know, we have to put a smiling face. If you don't put a smiling face, then the other person might not do whatever you want. Yes. Radhanand Maharaj was saying in one of his classes that there was a survey done. He was giving this in Bhagavatam class, and he's like, there was a survey done. And then there's that whole element of how should I say, eagerness, what Maharaj develops, and then he gave this whole survey. And then he was saying that you can give a person, an employee, the amount of money. Yes, like up to one point, you'll get the amount of money. And up to that point, changing my view. So up to that point, you can give them the salary. Their work potential increases. Yes, it's directly proportional. Yes, this year I got so much money. Next year I got a little more. I will have that enthusiasm to work. But up to a point, when somebody reaches that point and it goes flat, any amount of salary, the output is still the same. That's what the survey said. That was done in Harvard. So they were thinking, how can we increase the output? So we started appreciating those employees. We started giving them, more and more things to do. And because we started giving them more and more things to do, like appreciation, nice words were spoken, along with the salary. Even though the salary might not increase, but when they changed their attitude towards the employee, the scale went up. Yes. They felt valued. Yes, they felt cared for. Yes. The whole notion is that nothing will work if I leave this company. Everything will fall apart. What do they think? They think I cannot leave. Yes, the day comes when I will leave this company, they will suffer. But actually, in my team, I saw that, so many people came and went, but the team goes on. That's what matters. Not too much. We just start getting this attachment that it is because of me. And over here, that's why Lord Shiva is saying these beautiful prayers. Why? Because this is how, that's the etiquette also. And then he's really appreciated. The employees might not be really appreciated. They might be appreciated superficially to get things done. Yes. That's why Maharaj says this is duplicity. We are not caring for the other devotee because, it's for them. No, we are caring for them is because for us. Yes. We get these tactics from the companies, we put it inside the institution, and then it goes on for some time. But if we really don't care, some the other, that thing is going to fall apart. Yes. Anyabhilashita shunya, jnana karma dhyanavritam. Niranjana Maharaj says, Anyabhilashita shunya. Devotee, devotees, when they deal with each other, when they speak with each other, it has to be Anyabhilashita shunyam. Is the love has to be anyabhilashita. There is no abhilasha that, oh, maybe he'll give me a referral. Oh, maybe, after I get in contact with this person, I'll get something out. Lord Shiva is not doing this over here. It's a big, great difference. It's so many gradations of glorifying one person. The glorification is not done just to get what he wants. Yes. The demigods actually go to, we've seen in Chitraketu Maharaj's example, the demigods actually go to Vishwarup and Dadichi also, right? And they're approaching Dadichi and saying that, that you are such a great saint. And it is the order of the Supreme Personality that your bones need to be used in Krishna service. You have this great opportunity, you are this, you are that, and so much glorification. Aditi looks up and smiles. He has a little smile on his face. And he says that, you know what? For any person who's living in this material world, the body is everything. For all of us, right? The body is everything. So if my body is everything, it's so difficult to give up. Because at this end of this body, everything is finished. What's the use? Right? Indirectly, what is he saying? He's saying that can you give up your body? Why use this pathetic body? Such a low class person. You are so great. Your bones are much more important than mine. And then because of that, all the demigods get baffled. Like, oh my God, he's suggesting that we should, like our bones, there is bones of his body, and then it's a problem for all of us. Why are they approaching the Rishi? Yes, Vishnu said, but the only thing why they approached was to enjoy. In the order of the Supreme Personality. Also, the thing that if we not get response, we won't be able to do our duties. Yes. On the other hand, great kings, Rantidev, Amrish Maharaj, were ready to forgive, forget, give up their lives somebody else. That's what Bhagavatam gives. Unimaginable, uncomprehendable examples of these great devotees that we can never say that we are somebody great. We can never say that we are, oh, look at me, I've done so much that now I'm greater than somebody from Bhagavatam. No. Srila Prabhupada, in his pastimes, we celebrated disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada day before yesterday. And his pastime on this material plane, we saw that one time, one of his disciples, he was giving a Lilamrit class, and he was saying that, I was also going out doing distribution of books, doing so much. And he was saying, maybe in my heart I started feeling proud that I am doing something. I'm paraphrasing the whole story. And then in the middle of the night at 12 o'clock, you know, or was it 2 o'clock? Somewhere in the middle of the night, the servant Srila Prabhupada comes to this Prabhuji and he tells, he's calling you. Prabhupada is calling you. Please come. And he's shocked. Why is Prabhupada calling me at this hour? What? Something happened. Something big happened. He ran. He's running. Goes to Srila Prabhupada. He obeisances. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada is looking up and he says, what were you doing? What were you doing? And then he gets very baffled that why is Prabhupada asking in the middle of the night, what was I doing? And he says, but Prabhupada, I was taking rest, it's the middle of the night. Why are you taking rest? Why is there a need to take rest? I am not taking rest. Prabhupada, I am not a pure devotee, you are. I need rest. Why? Why are you not a pure devotee? And then he goes on for some time. Why are you sleeping? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not writing? Why are you not why are you not doing seva? And the whole answer is that Prabhupada, I'm not a pure devotee like you. Then Prabhupada sits back and says, okay, now you go back and sleep. It's fine. Prabhupada just woke him up for this conversation. Then he realized that, oh, he Prabhupada is actually trying to reduce my false ego. That is thinking that we are something. And it is so easy to do all this. Yes. Somebody might say somebody is a good speaker. Somebody might say somebody is a good dresser. Somebody might say, oh, he does such nice aarti, he organizes such nice festival. Such a nice kirtan here. Such a nice mridanga player, kartal player. How come these youth play so beautiful? But over here, Lord Shiva is saying that everything is about you. I was thinking that day, that actually Gaudiya Vaishnavism, it's Gaudiya Vaishnavism, our parampara, other aspects of religion in the whole world, right? There is such a big difference that why do we claim that we have the highest philosophy, we are only it is on the top most, and then Madhurya Rasa and this and that and everything we say, and we accept our acharyas. But one day we're just thinking about it. Actually, we are all energies of the Lord, right? We are marginal potency, then there's internal, there's external. We are all suffering in this material world, like Lord Shiva is saying. Like as air enters the vast sky, you enter all the living entities. You are everywhere. But again, you're still apart from it. You're not of everything. How is it so inconceivable? But still, he's glorifying and saying that you are the supreme absolute truth, correct? Ishvara Parama Krishna. Siddhananda Vigraha. Nadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karan. Etashamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. Krishna is the absolute truth. Not just God. Absolute truth. There's a difference. And he being the absolute truth, all about him. If you really think, only and only about him. It's only and only, not only about Vishnu. It is about that boy who is holding the flute and is running in the pastures of Vrindavan. His mother is running behind him. The gopis are running behind him. The gopas are running behind him. Cows are running behind him. The deers are looking at him. The birds are looking at him. Everything is about Damagarashtakam. Even if it is bound, it's about him. He grows pearls in the garden. Listening Maharaj's lecture, Kartik Yatra yesterday. He's growing pearls in the garden. It's about Krishna. They're chastising Krishna, but it's still about Krishna. They are decorating Krishna. It's about Krishna. Yes, Vishnu is trying to take darshan of Krishna. Mahavishnu, right? Mahavishnu tries to take darshan of Krishna. The demigods are worshipping Krishna. Personified Vedas are worshipping Krishna. Indra comes to Govinda Kund to worship Krishna. So it's all about this one boy. It's not even about in Braj. It's not even about the supreme. It's not about God. It's about this boy. Yes, like in a house, it's all about the baby. Correct? How can we baby proof the house? How can we do this? How can we do that? We are all baby conscious. The baby is crying, the baby is doing this, the baby is doing that. Oh my God, he did this, oh my God, he did that. But when it is about the baby, we get attached. But it's about Krishna, we don't get attached. It's so wonderful if you think about it. So crazy that it's about Krishna. Only and only about Krishna. Srila Prabhupada taking the message of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna all about and making it all about Krishna. So everything is about this one boy. Actually, when it says Bhukta Skerna Tapasam Sarva Lokam Maheshwaram, says that about it. But if you surely take a time to treasure Leelas and everything, it's only just about making Krishna happy. Like you give person a burfi and he becomes happy. That's only about some say Hari Toshanam, not about our duties, not whether I am a family person or not. It doesn't matter whether I'm not a family person. It's not about my house. It can never be about you and me. Not in this whole existence. Not in this whole cosmos. Not about you and me at all. Not at all. And I was shocked. That it's like the lake, like we have lakes over here, right? Canyon. Not about us. Cars which we drive, we think it's about us. No, that's such a big illusion. Right? We think it's about us. But we read again and again, not about us. And it was a shock that I was thinking, oh, it's about this one boy, Ashraf of Kach. And I have to give my whole life just to follow this one boy here and there. Otherwise, there's no other possibility. That's how it is supposed to be. I am the external, marginal potency of the Lord. And my duty, however it is, whoever I am, whether I'm a big orator, kirtanier, whatever, whoever you are, temple president, sannyasi, not sannyasi, maybe the president of the whole country, but it's not about you and it's not about me. Or it's like, even though we have been in Krishna consciousness, I have been here some years, few years, but we still don't realize it's not about me. We think it's about my bhakti, it's about my this, it's about my that. Prabhupada says, nothing is, you are nothing, says in one life. Prabhupada, I am so this fallen, that one. Prabhupada is like, you are nothing. And because it's not about us. And that's what Lord Shiva is saying over here. Only about you. You have to do everything. That's why it's working. You have to enable me. Speak. That's why it's working. You are, and that's why those Bhagavad Gita slokas, right? You are the intelligent of the intelligence. We're talking philosophy. Usually we focus on Katha also, right? But this is important. Why? So amazing that we might think that, oh, when we get depressed, who is it about? It's about me. When I am jealous or envious, who is it about? It's about me. And that's why Haldar Maharaj says, what is this depression? What is this loneliness? I don't understand. Why? Because it's not about us. It's about that boy. My only duty in my whole life is just to serve him. Whether I accept it or not, that's not a question of it. You think that if I accept it, it works. That means it's about me. But it's not about you and me. Only about that boy. And what is that boy doing? Yes. He's enjoying the pastimes and such. Yes. And then this whole thing, the whole priest, the whole this, the whole that, this avatar, that, Narasimhadev and this. But all of them are doing one thing. They are trying to please Krishna. Because why? They all come from Supreme Personality of Servitude Godhead. Prabhupada says. The only difference between Krishna and Balram is their color. Nothing else. It's only about Krishna. So if you take that aspect of only about Krishna, so in Gaudiya way, if you take other sects, and then if you see atheism or beginning things and all, there is somewhere it's about the Lord person and mostly it's about me. Yes. Give my daily bread. Why is God doing this to me? Why this to me? I was a such nice this, I was such nice that. Why am I suffering? Why? Why is this? Why is that? Oh God, I am coming every Sunday. Now these days, we have also become Sunday devotees, right? So it's like there's no difference actually. Yes, those people go for mass, we go for Sunday feast. And that's what Prabhupada actually envisioned. That because in the future, if everybody has to come, then has to come. And this is Sunday feast. How visionary Srila Prabhupada is. Cannot imagine what kind of Acharya. He's not just an Acharya. He's the founder Acharya. A founder Acharya does not mean that he just founded ISKCON. If we have this notion and if we do not know what founder Acharya means, we as ISKCON devotees at least, whether new or not new, initiated, not initiated, we should understand what is the meaning of founder Acharya. Yes, it is not just a founder of ISKCON, an institution like any other institution. It is not like that. So we should really take a look. If we do not know, and if we have been devotees for a long time, then it's actually painful, painful to the society, painful to Krishna, painful to our bhakti. It has not advanced at all. We need to understand what it means that Srila Prabhupada is founder Acharya. So, and we hear it from many great devotees. But the problem is that sometimes, it goes here, and I will come to that point, but I get distracted very easily. The whole point is that give my daily bread. I come to every Sunday. I am doing whatever is told. I'm trying to be a nice person. I'm trying to love my neighbor. I'm trying to do this. So it's 90% about somewhere, 90%, 99% about me, 1% about God. When I'll go to heaven, yeah, God, I don't know where God is, but I will be with my family. Yes, that's how it is. Then, then it's all about the rituals and everything. Yes, I have to do this. Otherwise, God is going to punish me. Yes, I have to on this day, that day, this, that, and I have to do it 5 times a day, this, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, I'm going to get punished. I am going to get punished. I will suffer. If I don't do it, then God is going to be mad at me. Because then, if He's mad at me, then I won't be able to enjoy. Yes, that's where we come. Then we come Hindus. Yes. Then in Hindus, demigods and everything we know that it's all about sense gratification. So it's yes about God person now, but it's about me also. You know, it's about me how I will get everything from this God. Yes. So when we say ISKCON devotees, there's a very thin line. ISKCON Hindus and ISKCON devotees. We are not Hindus. Yes. Usually we try to celebrate Hindu festivals according to our cultures, right? One time I was talking to this person. I might get distracted, but these are very important points. The one devotee, and then he was saying, I think it was a New Year somewhere. He's a Gujarati, so they were talking about something, and then he said it to me actually for Gudi Padwa. He said it to me, Happy New Year, and I'm like, I just looked at him, and I'm like, okay, thank you, but I'm like, that's not my New Year. Yeah. Then he's like कि है आपका ही तो न्यू ईयर है मैंने कहा नहीं he's like no but you are from Maharashtra right? From Pune and all that stuff and I'm like yeah so he's like no but that's why you celebrate it. But I'm like I did not put anything outside my house over here so he's like no but still it's your Jew. I'm like, no it's not that's how it was. I was just looking then I looked at him and said I don't wonderful that these small things are that is what it means to be Krishna conscious. That's why our society is called Krishna consciousness. That's how we are embedding Krishna and Srila Prabhupada's teachings in our life. That proves how we are a devotee. Yes, and that's why these aspects of founder Acharya, this and that, are very important. No, and then I looked at him and said, hey, it's not my New Year. My New Year is God Purnima. He looked at, I'm like, oh, yes, definitely. God Purnima is our New Year. When can because yes, we do put it on the side, we put it in the back of our mind, but somewhere we are attached to where we come from. But we are not attached where we are. A big difference. Big difference. Attachment, yesterday in our Sunday feast class, Nampriya Mataji, she was mentioning over here that attachment somebody asked this question, that what can we do for Srila Prabhupada? How should we survive? A teenager was asking actually. And that's so wonderful to see teenagers asking these questions. It's very rare for teenagers asking this question, even amongst devotee children. It's very rare. Don't know what's happening, but very rare. So then Mataji said, she could have said so many things. She said, no, you're doing already whatever it is. But you know what? She said, it's from the heart. There has to be love, there has to be attachment in the heart. That cannot be replaced. We might worship Krishna. She didn't say this, I'm paraphrasing. We might worship Krishna. We might be focusing on going back to God. If we are not attached to the mission, to Srila Prabhupada himself, as ISKCON devotees at least, then we are ISKCON Hindus. Not a big difference from them because it's about us. Yes. And I was discussing with her that, what a great point. Nobody else is going. Somebody else went and told her that, you could have said this. And, he said that you could have said that we become that example that how Srila Prabhupada wants us to be and this and that. And I told her, that is very nice. But what you said is actually very rare. Attachment to Srila Prabhupada is something which is rare among ISKCON devotees. Very rare. That is sad. After repeating also so many things, after celebrating also, we do not have that much. I'm not saying that you all don't have, obviously, you're senior to all of you all are senior to me, you all have it. But I've seen that we don't have attachment. You do not know about Srila Prabhupada. And that's why when these issues come up in the community, issues come up in the community of what is the Kirtan standard, we can sing whatever we want to sing, why sing only Mangalarti, tuning Mangalarti, why not sing Vibhavari Shesha, why not do these things like this, Prabhupada was at that time this and that, now it has to change and this and that. It's because we are not attached. We do not realize what he's done. We do not know what it is. It's sad, it is so sad. Because I see the youth and the teenagers following people left, right, center, who are these new age devotees also. But they say something totally different than what Prabhupada would have envisioned. And yes, there is flexibility. It's not like we are not flexible. But the thing is that when we are attached, then when it comes from the heart, then the other person doesn't have a problem. Then it's not a problem. But it's not there and you want to show it off, then it becomes a problem. Yes. Then it's about me. And that's where we come into the picture. Yes. Amongst Vaishnavas also, other Vaishnavas, sects and everything, about God. Next, we come to that topic again. Sorry, got distracted. We come to that topic again that how it's only about this boy. And then amongst Vaishnavas, when we come, like we have Salokya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, this Samipya Mukti. There's one more, always we forget. And the Sayuja, we forget about it. Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya. There's one more, which everybody knows. So there is the desire for that also, right? So that's where other Vaishnava sects are also there. Yes, we will go back to God with this and that. But when we come to Gaudiyas, on another level, आश्लिष्यवा पादरतां पिनश्रमम् अदर्शनां मर्मतां करोतु यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटु मत् प्राणनाथस्तु सेवनम् unconditionally. Whether you look at me, whether you give me my daily bread, whether you give me whatever I want, whether you don't give me whatever I want, it doesn't matter to me. Whether you cast me into that unconditionally. Yes, whether you thought about me or not, whether I am in your thoughts or not, whether I am in the spiritual world or not, only about you and I am about you. What does it mean? I will always be in your service. It doesn't matter wherever I am, whatever I am, however I am, doesn't matter because it's not about me at all. And I was thinking, about this whole thing. We all know this. You heard about Aslishava Patra, but that different light when you see it, right? It's only about Krishna. And that's why sorry to be proud, but as Gaudiya Vaishnava, that is why Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is highest. Has to be the highest. But 110% about Krishna. Only about this boy. Only about whether he's God or not. He's God, obviously. But it's not about that anymore. It's only about you. No, it's only about Vrindavan Bihari. Just want to be. Nothing else I want from you. Still about me, I want nothing else from you. Srimati Radharani takes it to another level. That's why Sri is the greatest and of the greatest. Can you imagine how very beautiful, just logical, you know? Everybody is in their part, no problem. But if you actually see it, like we say it, like Madhurya Rasa is the greatest and all that stuff. Because of this aspect, it's only about you, my Lord. It is only about Vrindavan Bihari, not about me at all. Yes. And we should be so proud. That is why we are the highest, whether somebody says or not. Yes, yes, yes. But I am allowed to say, "Lord, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my acharyas. Yes. I might be proud of myself, which is wrong. But I'm proud of myself that I am proud of my acharyas. So, Srila Prabhupada is definitely the person who came to give us everything. Yes, the highest to the lowest. The problem is that we need to realize it. And that's why studying Srila Prabhupada's books and his life is the first and foremost thing. And that is what Nampriya Mataji was saying yesterday. And it was so wonderful when she went through the whole timeline. It was wonderful. And that's why is it bewildering for Lord Shiva? There was one more thing I wanted to say, but I forgot now. For this other part. Like how we need to imbibe the culture of whatever Prabhupada has given us into our life totally. We start identifying as a person who's coming from a culture of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. You know, when we say, हमारे में ये नहीं करते हैं, like these vratas are there, so many things are there, and then devotees are saying this, oh, in our culture, in our culture, yes, we might say it. We haven't accepted cultural. Prabhupada says in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam is for a cultural revolution. It's to the dress. Srila Prabhupada gave everything, to the dress. And when he given us so much, when we accept it wholeheartedly, oh, this is what it means also. When Maharaj says, when Prabhupada says, right, accept whatever I have given you and share it with others. The acceptance part is wholeheartedly think of ourselves that no, this is my culture. My festivals are Govardhan Puja, Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day, you know, Gaur Purnima, Sharad Purnima, It's not the other ones. It's not the other New Year's. Not, at least we do not identify with them. It doesn't mean that we actually disrespect. We don't disrespect, but it's not my culture. For example, for example, 25th December, you know, people, of Christian communities, they go to the church. They have wine, they have bread, they have this and they have that. Right? So they say that why you don't do all this? Shouldn't you be doing all this? Maybe you can do all this also, right? What is the problem? But then what are we going to say? हमारे में ये नहीं करते. We don't do this in our culture. You know why? Because we are Hindus. We don't celebrate this. Why not? Because we do not identify. This is the whole problem even amongst us. It's so intertwined with Shastras are intertwined in such a way that it is so difficult to understand what is the right path. And that's why we follow the acharyas. Yes. See, all are great, the ISKCON gurus, Srila Prabhupada's disciples, they wholeheartedly accepted the dress, the culture of what Prabhupada gave. They do not identify themselves as, coming from the background of other religions at all. But we, as Indians and everything, there is that identification. I come from this community, I come from that community. And Radha Govind Maharaj says that, we are too attached. He didn't say that, but he was saying when Hanuman met Vibhishana, not Bhishma, Vibhishana, he's like, we should develop friendships with devotees. Even though they might not be of your blood, we should develop deep relations with devotees. If you see, Jayapatak Maharaj or all these great Maharajas, they gave their whole life to the mission and to the disciples also. They do not identify, that, oh, these Indians are actually Hindus. I come from this background. I will celebrate this, but you cannot celebrate this. No, they're not doing that. None of our gurus are doing that. They're totally identifying with what Srila Prabhupada's culture is. What kind of surrender is that? That's Sarva Dharmana Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraj. Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraj. Sometimes we see devotees actually celebrating, not disrespecting, but we see devotees celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi, having Lord Ganesh at home, and then we justify by giving Rupa Goswami's, verses and all. What's the harm? It's like my mom says, even the gopis did Katyayani Vrata. Then why can't I do Navratra? What is the problem? The problem is that we are not great devotees. At least we should either we think we are, what is the need to do all this? If we ask somebody, what is the need? No, no, this and no, but then if that is true, then Jesus Christ is also a devotee of the Lord. Why not put him on the altar? Why not be secular enough? Why not be liberal enough? But that time, oh no, no, it's not in my culture. हम नहीं करते. Oh, then that's the whole problem. Are we understanding how deep rooted is our understanding of the of our identification with the body and our kinsmen? This ism that when Prabhupada says this ism, that ism, this is what he's talking about also. That we identify. If we are not even able to identify with Prabhupada's culture, how is it possible to identify ourselves as a soul? That's so unimaginable. Heroes min yata dehe. Very difficult. Very difficult. Somebody might do it without attachment. That's another issue. But we should really, I look at myself and I see that if I start doing all these things, no time I'll be attached other than Krishna, then what's the use? It's not about anybody else. It's only and only about Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, 65, right? 66 is Sarva Dharman Parityajya, and in 65 is Man Mana Bhava Mad Bhakta, right? At least this much I know. I hope so. That purport Prabhupada mentions. Maybe I will just quote that one. We did not talk about the eighth canto, maybe later. You all are hearing this anyways, so not a big problem. I'll just quote this shloka. Just a second. 65. Right? And in the purport, he says, these words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna. The very form with two hands carrying a flute. The bluish boy with a beautiful and peacock feathers in his hair. Okay, and Prabhupada writes something very awesome after that. There are descriptions of Krishna found in the scriptures. One should fix his mind on this original form of Godhead Krishna. One should not even divert his attention to other forms of the Lord. The Lord has multi forms, as Vishnu, Narayan, Ram, Vara, etc. But he should concentrate his mind on the form that was present before Arjuna. Concentration of the mind on the form of Krishna constitutes the most confidential part of knowledge. And this is close to Arjuna because Arjuna is the most dear friend of Krishna. Yes. International Society for what consciousness? Krishna consciousness. Not Vishnu, not Dashavatar consciousness. No, Prabhupada is so clear. What kind of a personality is Srila Prabhupada? My God. Every year that goes by, the appreciation just increases. And if it is not, we have a problem. Yes, we have a big, big problem. Yes. Oh, people say, oh, sapne mein Bhagwan aaye the. In my dream, I heard this flute and somebody played it in the morning and this and that and this and that. Yeah, but if we do not have attachment to Srila Prabhupada, they're not going to judge. They're going somewhere else. Let's be factual about it, right? And over here, Prabhupada is so crystal clear about the razor's edge. It's only about that bluish boy with the beautiful face and peacock feathers. Now one might say, oh, then only we should read 10th canto, not the other canto. No, that is also another extreme. That's fanaticism. You have impersonalism in one way, and sentimentalism. Both are wrong. Razor's edge means that you are the most conservative with yourself, about your principles, about Srila Prabhupada, on yourself, and you're liberal with everybody else. But usually we are conservative with everybody else. That, oh, he broke this rule. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did that. Oh, wow, he did this. Oh, see, he did this. मैंने बोला था इसको तो कुछ नहीं आता है. All these points. I do that. Everybody does. I've seen everybody doing it. Very rare, not to do it. In our heart, at least we'll say it, maybe not outside. But we should be conservative about ourselves, not others. Conservative about our past. Yes, we might go, like at one point in our Krishna consciousness, it becomes so much about Krishna only. It becomes only about Krishna only, that even if you go outside to a demigod temple or any other temple, even if you go and worship, the demigods, in your heart, there is no problem anymore. Why? Because for a mother, her child is everything, right? Whether she even takes care of another children, whether even if she takes care of a daycare, her child is her still own, right? There cannot be a replacement to that attachment. She is only going to do it for her own child. That's how the attachment starts developing. Then if somebody does it, no problem. Okay. But the whole point is that we quote, we do so many things, we might be so famous out there. On Instagram, so many devotees are doing so many things. They have their own views, they give their own opinions. Prabhupada says, what is so many opinions out there, even amongst ISKCON devotees also. Then two people are followers. Not to, because we do not know. So we'll obviously go for something which we do not know. That's sad. Somebody was saying somewhere that, they celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi because, greatest devotee of the Lord. Yes, we respect like that. But do you need to do that? No. See, in that temple, they did it. And that's how they did it. But do you know the history of that temple? Why they doing it? Do you really need to do all this? Or do you need to spend and not waste your time not doing Krishna consciousness? You know, I was thinking, I was telling with somebody that, actually, why Acharya is so strict about, Prajalpa, about demigod worship, about this thing, about that thing? Why are they so strict? Somebody asked this question. Why are they strict? Why are they not allowing me to chant, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya? I want to chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 108 times like Guru. Why are they just saying chant Hare Krishna? Oh, these people are so envious. Wow, these people have got puffed up. They think that this is the only path. They are not liberal enough. They are so conservative, this, that, and then blah, 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 blah. This all is going on. Yes, we hear it. We see it on Instagram. All this is going on. Why? But why are they telling all this? You know why? Because of this purport. Because they have seen the truth. They have seen this. What have they seen? They have seen that how hard it is Braj. If we are distracted, we won't be able to reach Braj. We are being compassionate by putting all these rules for us. Why to get up for Mangalarti? Why to not go and do these activities? It's because they want to see us happy. Yes, they want to see us happy and go as quickly as possible back home, back to God, to Krishna, not to any other place. Not to any other. That's what Srila Prabhupada came to give us. And if we are not conservative about it, then how are we going to get Krishna? This specific word, Bhagavad Gita shloka, Prabhupada is so conscious about it and he's putting it out there totally for the whole world. There are other sampradayas, there are other religions, but he's still putting it out there. It's only about Krishna. Don't forget about everything else. Just focus on Krishna. When you get to focus on Krishna, when you sleep, focus on Krishna, when you are eating, focus on Krishna. Why? Because it is very hard to go. It's very hard to go to brunch. But then people come, no, I am doing my section now, and then I'll do something else. No, why to waste your time doing that? Yes. I was talking to this devotee, and they were like, this whole concept of not worshipping other forms and everything, why? It's because one pointed focus. It's a distraction. For example, gopis, what do they feel? It's Yugaita Nishena, Govinda Virahena. It feels like a yuga. Curse Brahma, you are useless. Why did you make this island? We are not able to see Krishna. We talk about these things, we talk about the gopis, we talk about so many. Oh, you know what happened? They went to this Kunja, and then this happened. You know this new story which I've heard. But in this whole pastime, we can see one thing that they couldn't care less about anybody else. Yes, the Narayana form of the Lord, which showed to the gopis. The gopis are like, where is Krishna? We bow down to you. We worship you. Please bless us that we can serve Krishna. You know, they do not have a problem with serving demigods. Why? Because their only desire is to love Krishna. We do not have that desire, and that's why we get distracted. I've seen myself. If I talk about, I talk Prajalpa, if I talk gossip, right? Oh, he did this. He, 1 hour I'll spend because you like to talk, right? Like Tulsi, I like to. Then I can, when you like to talk, then, and if you are not a good devotee like me, you talk about other things also very nicely. Yes. If you are a good harmonium player, and if you are not actually conscious, like play other stuff also. But yeah, थोड़ा कर सकते हैं. Yes. So I've seen myself talking. 20 minutes I'll go on. Then after 20 minutes, these 20 minutes you could have done other things. That's why it's a problem. problem isn't it because it's only problem myself from what I could have done for Krishna. Because they only come back to the whole thing only about that boy. It can never be about me, my jealousy, my envy, my greed. It can never be about it. If it is about it, I'll be in the material world. And that's why, I was thinking, I was going in the car yesterday. Somebody was sitting with me. They were seeing people, and you should see people. They will zone out. Like I gave a whole class, right? People will zone out. I was thinking that how do people get zoned out? I was trying to do it yesterday when this person was talking. And I was thinking in my head, yeah, this is so nice. I'm like, oh, this is how people do it. This is so nice. So I was thinking that whenever we have some problem with somebody with this and that, we can actually get zoned out. It's easier to do something else in our mind rather than doing, listening to Bhagavad. But it's hard. Suffering is there. Trying your best is the only thing, you know. But at least we will do whatever it is. I was telling somebody that, either we'll do only bhakti or other stuff. But beach ka nahi karenge. There is no beach ka. Either I do it for myself, send gratification at least for myself, or only bhakti. There is no other like, oh, uska bhi karte hai. We can do for this God and that. No, there's no need on it. I'll do this and be okay with it. There's already too much to do. Why should I focus on something else? So sorry, I blabbered too much and I didn't see the time. So please forgive me if I've spoken so many things out of line. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Yes. वंशकल्पतरुश्च कृपासिन्धुश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो शीला प्रभुपाद की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि Thank you very much for tolerating me for 1 hour. Is there any questions or if any concerns or corrections, please, if you have any.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful class. So devotees, any questions or realizations, please go ahead. But one thing I do like in your class is that you speak you have so nice realizations and you share that with us with very practical examples of Prabhu. So I just joined a little later only, but still, since I've heard your classes previously, so I feel that your classes are really practical. Thank you so much again, Prabhuji. So devotees, any questions or realizations?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for a wonderful class and explaining like how it's not about you and me, it's about them. That Krishna is only everything. Prabhuji, can you say like how can we apply this? Like you said, whole class, it's about only Krishna. Like any practical tips we can apply?
You already know, but how at least for how it's very difficult to always be conscious about all our activities in Krishna consciousness. Right? So the point is that even when you go for grocery shopping, right? The whole point is that when you look at these things, the sofa in our house, TV, this, that, the laptop, our work, whenever we get frustrated, at least mostly when we get frustrated also, the whole point is that we have to tune our heads, it takes time, definitely. But I've seen that, that after suppose you get frustrated with the people around you. And then you're talking about them and why did they do this? Why did they do that? Why am I suffering only? Then after that, after that whole blabbering, at least after those 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 1 hour, or 2 days also, that one point should come that where we should go back. And when we become calm, we should go back and be like, what was actually wrong? Did I behave something very wrong? Why did I got frustrated? I have problems is because I have lack of Krishna consciousness. That's the first thing we have to come to. And how can I, what was the problem? Why did I get frustrated? Okay. Did I get frustrated because he did not, okay, he did not do it. But did I have to get frustrated? I could have said those things without getting frustrated also. You know, like I could have said, no, I won't do it. That it is that person's duty to do it. But there are two ways to say it. By calm, you're nice, you say it. And when you are very bubbling with anger or frustrated, right? So the whole point is that mananam, when they say, after a point, when we do something bad, our conscience, sometimes our conscience is like, crying out that, no, I don't feel good about it. Why did I do this? Why did I shout on this person? Usually I am in that mode. I get angry very easily. And after I get angry, then I shout and I do all these things. And then after 10 minutes, you become calm. And then I share with some devotee, I did this. I don't feel good about it. What did I do wrong? You know? Then when you are talking about it, you understand that, oh, I could have done this. I could have been like this. I could have thought about Krishna rather than doing this. So at least after the thing has been done, you remember Krishna in the negative, positive, or neutral. Getting my point? So then it's an active involvement of Krishna conscious principles in our life, and it becomes very dynamic. Krishna consciousness then becomes very dynamic. Why? Because whenever something goes wrong, you might react to that at that moment because we are habituated to our conditioning. But after that thing is done, we can go back and think that how can it could have been more Krishna conscious. And the next time when it happens, I am going to accept myself by thinking about Krishna or reciting a sloka in my head or thinking about how what can be done the next festival. Like I told you yesterday, I was just driving and then I was thinking, maybe you could have zoned out. Very difficult for me to get zoned out sometimes. If you do get zoned out, so if you're getting zoned out, why not get zoned out in that moment? You know? So that's how at least we come to an point to always see how Krishna could have felt. I became angry with this person. That person got hurt, you know. Krishna really happy with it's very easy to say. It's difficult think always about Krishna. But when we start getting hurt in our heart, right, we are conscious that, oh, I'm feeling this guilt and everything. That's when we know that maybe Krishna is not happy with me. That should be an aching point for us. That, oh, you know, I could have said such nice words, but the Lord is not going to be pleased with me. And then He's going to think so badly about me. And when we start thinking about the Lord, right, His pleasure, if Maharaj for 7 days, Kartika, you were saying all this, something about the pleasure of the Lord, how I can give pleasure to the Lord. Not how wonderfully I played the harmonium or mridanga or kartal, then made everybody happy, materially speaking, because they heard music, and then the Lord became happy. No, we think that way. I think that way. Majority of the people think this way. It's not about that. It is just pleasing Him. And how is He pleased? That the intention to please Him is there. I want to please you, my Lord. Yes. I want to please you. So what can I do for you? Okay, I know you'll be pleased if I chant this one Maha Mantra without looking here and there. So let me chant one for you. And then we have to think that the Lord is actually happy with it. And slowly and steadily it starts becoming our consciousness. And after we start doing it, then we come to a point, where it becomes like, you know what? My duty is not to do, it's not about me anyways. So let me focus on the Lord. Let me do something for Him and make Him happy at least. If I'm bored, let me make Him happy at least. Then I'll do that, you know. And then it comes down to all this, then we apply it in this way, right? So I don't know if it clarifies your answer, but
Yes, so it
um,
clarifies. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Such a deep answer. I never do any introspection, but will do now. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
thank you, Prabhu. You're
Haribol.
nice, you're kind.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for that. Again, one more practical answer. So you were saying, I just like that when some what some arguments or something, whatever it comes. So we'll have to inside we'll have to think or chant about the Lord's name. So that's really wonderful, actually. Instead of thinking like, okay, I should have done this, I should have done that. No, nothing. Just you keep reciting some shloka or some keep thinking of the Lord's name. That is really very practical tip, Prabhu. So which I needed at this present moment. I don't know. Maybe Krishna is answering through you. So I was just contemplating that what I should do. But yeah, so I just got a reply from your mouth through Krishna, through you from Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And yeah, I saw Neena Mataji raised her hands. Neena Mataji, do you have any question?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Hare Krishna
Yeah, go ahead.
Prabhuji, my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Prabhuji, beautiful class, very practical class, wonderful class. One question that we quite face around intelligent devotees outside of Krishna consciousness. Yeah, and they're also serious in the sampradayas that they're following, whether they are Christian or Muslim or our other sampradayas like Sri sampradayas, etc. And how nicely you mentioned that why are our Krishna conscious devotees who are so dedicated, why? Because they have their best interest in the heart. They all want all of us to go quickly, live this material life quickly and go back home, back to God as quickly as possible. And they have actually seen the truth. Now, the question that arises here, Prabhuji, that yes, because we are coming from Sanatan Dharma, and because there are other people that did not have much exposure to the other Dharma, and Prabhupada was able to very nicely hand over the Krishna consciousness to them. Hence, the belief in them is there. And so we all believe that this is the supreme, right? That the Krishna consciousness, and this is quickest method. However, there are other parties that are equally intelligent. They say that that's their thing is the supreme. So, for example, I know very closely some Greek Orthodox people, and they're saying that there is, they also believe in personalized form. They also believe in liberation. They also believe in going to something like Vaikuntha. Similarly, there are other places too. Some Sri Sampradaya, for example, they also believe that yes, in Vaikuntha and personalized form. So, not that there is a battle amongst each other, but all of them, wherever they come from, they claim to be the supreme. So, how do we tackle that or answer that, or how do we really come across, like answer that?
So how we do it, right? We can glorify and have their own mother, right? My if I appreciate my mother, that doesn't mean that somebody else's mother is bad. That's it. That's one aspect of it. But the most important is that, come on, third perspective. Yes, we are all involved in ISKCON, so that's why we are obviously going to get attached. They are involved in the other sampradaya, so they are going to get attached, no problem. And that is the correct path also. Yes, it's not like we are saying that it's wrong. Yes, we never said that it's wrong. But for us, this makes sense. Correct? For them, that makes sense. There are different flavors of the absolute truth. So why not? He is unlimited. There will be unlimited ways of appreciating him. And and everybody is going to see. The most important thing is, like, suppose, let's say my mom. I have a relationship with my mom, and it is the best relationship. I can consider it as the world's best relationship more than my her mother and father would have with her, my dad would have with her, my grandfather would have with her, yes, my cousins would have with her, but I will always consider my relationship as the best with her. But my dad is going to think the other way around. Yes. Even though, I mean, this is a very crude example, but the person is still the same. She is appreciating each and every one according to how they desire. Yathama prapadyante. So, because it's yathama prapadyante, how we approach the Lord is going to reveal Himself. So the avenues are there. Now the question arises that how do we want to be in that avenue, right? Somebody wants to express that avenue as the Supreme Godhead. Like yesterday, I was listening to Radhanath Maharaj, and in Kartik Yatra he mentioned that the Mukharavinda, we have Mukharavinda in Mansi Ganga. Okay, when we do Govardhan Parikrama, the mouth of Govardhan is in Mansi Ganga. Okay, but when we travel, there is another Mukharavinda, Jatipura. Maharaj said this, and I did not know about it. So we were just talking. I was just listening to the class, and then he said that the sampradayas of Pushti Marg, Vallabhaya, they accept that as Mukharavind, as the mouth of Govardhan. But we Gaudiyas accept Mukharavind at Mansi Ganga, somewhere that near. But Govardhan is so unlimitedly merciful. He can express his mouth anywhere he wants, wherever his devotees want it. And Maharaj said, this is my understanding. And he laughs and he moves on. But this is such an important aspect. Why would it be a problem that if Krishna is going to express himself in multi forms other than, Brahman effulgence, Paramatma effulgence, Paramatma feature, Vishnu, Ram, there's no problem. That's what I was saying. That when actually one becomes advanced in Krishna consciousness, we ourselves do not have a problem. Because now you're attached to whom? You're not attached to the concept of God. Now you're attached to Krishna. There's difference. Now you're attached to Krishna, then even if Vishnu shows up in front of you and they are serving, you will serve Vishnu with all your heart. There is no lacking. Gopakumar, when he reached Vaikuntha, he's so happy. He's ready to embrace Lord Vishnu. But everybody's getting baffled. That's why he's prevented to do all that. Vishnu is scared that, oh no, what is going to happen? So he is able to appreciate it. He's able to appreciate Jagannath. He's able to appreciate Ram. But for him, his place is in Braj. So everybody has their own place. They're happy over it. So why not see it that way also? Right? They are perfect. Are the Vaikuntha not perfect? They are in spiritual world. They are. But for us, our perfection is be Nandan. It's Nandan, Vrindavan Bihari. I want to be with Vrindavan Bihari. That should be our desire. And as soon as we get more and more attached, when you go even to Kanchipuram, Balaji, and everything, you will appreciate the Lord like anything. You'll pay obeisances. You will have the love as you would have for Krishna. You will, even though the form might be same or different, and the Shama Sundar, you will start appreciating Vishnu as Shama Sundar. You will not see anybody else. That's the perfection. Prabhupada did not have a problem with the 9 cantos. That's what we are saying. The 9 cantos do not have a problem because Krishna is everything. Yes. Oh, if you say that, like Lord Shiva says, you are everything, you are the absolute truth, then whoever is serving you in a very different way also, you are still interacting with them. Why not? Why wouldn't he interact? That's how you want to interact. Okay, I will reciprocate. He is so merciful that he allows each and every one of us to actually express our different things also. Right? So I hope this somewhere there are other options. Chaitanya and Prabhu and everybody will give very definite, systematic answers, but this is what I can do for now. Thank you, Mataji, for that question. Yeah.
No,
Thanks.
thank you, Prabhuji. It was so wonderfully said and mentioned. So yes, if people are not, it's not like we don't have to go above and beyond to convince them. If they are happy in there, they can be, and we can follow ours. So I get the answer, but thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Exactly, right? That's the liberal part of it. That we are so comfortable that, like Narad Muni, he's comfortable with Brajavas, with all the Vrindavan Vasis, and he situated in his own Swarupa. No problem. That's actually advancement in bhakti, We do not, we are conservative with ourselves. We don't follow them, but we are looking. Like, yes, you are right. That's Krishna for us. That's for you. This is how it is for you. That's simple as that. Actually, if somebody knows Vedanta, somebody knows Vedanta properly, they can actually connect with anyone, even with a kid, with an old person, with anyone. What to talk about other people who are actually appreciating God. We can actually contemplate and hear how in their life God is so great. God is great, right? Why can't we be comfortable with that? But no, God has to be like this. No, yes, he has to be like this, but he can be that also. So yeah, thank you for that. Yes, one Nutan Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah,
Yes,
Nutan
Prabhuji,
Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, then pranam to everyone. Please
Sorry,
accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and all the Vaishnavas assembled over here. Prabhuji, thank you for your class. And today about Jatipur Mukharvinda I knew, but not about the other one. Thank you very much for enlightening me with that one as well.
I
And my
didn't know that
question is
part.
related to this one, Prabhuji. Just today and yesterday. Means I was reading this ninth canto regarding Markandeya Rishi and Sudarshan Chakra being behind him. So when
Durvasa or
there
Markandeya
are two
Rishi?
questions actually, Prabhuji. Oh,
Uh,
sorry. It is Durvasa Muni. I'm
Amrish,
sorry.
Durvasa Muni.
Durvasa Muni, yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Yeah. Amrish Maharaj, that story. Ninth canto, no? Huh? So, when Sudarshana is behind him, Durvasa Muni, because he belongs to Ashutosha's lineage, that is Lord Shiva's lineage, first she goes to him and then to Brahma. I was confused. Means once I heard that it is Lord Shiva whom he approaches, and the other time I was like, is it Lord Shiva or does he go to Lord Brahma? That is one of the questions, Prabhuji. And then from there, he is directed to Lord Vishnu. Uh, and yeah, this is one of the questions, Prabhuji. And the other question is, when Durvasa Muni goes to Vishnu, Vishnu himself says that because you have offended my devotee, even I cannot help. You have to take shelter of the devotee himself, Amrish Maharaj himself only. So only then the blaze of that Sudarshan Chakra, Durvasa Muni is relieved from that. So my thought when I was serving the deities, I got this thought: when Krishna is pleased when we serve his devotees. So are we not at double profit when we serve the demigods? Because demigods are all devotees of Krishna. That is also told in Srimad Bhagavatam. So one thing is, all whatever you desire, that is being fulfilled. The second thing is that because we are serving them, even Krishna will be pleased. So which one would be better?
this is that your question. The first one, what I had heard from Ranagovind Maharaj also, that he went to Brahma first. So maybe there are versions. Maybe there is Kalpa Bhed also. So these are like this detail. Okay, like sometimes we focus on details also, which is good. Attention to detail is a very important aspect. The real thing is that because Brahma can't help Durga Sumni or even Lord Shiva. Actually, Lord Shiva doesn't even look at him. It is said, Radhavan Maharaj mentions, he doesn't even look at him. before he pays obeisances, he's like, oh no, what did you do? You coming here is not going to help you. He didn't even try say Hare Krishna. He said nothing. And Lord Shiva started saying stuff, you know. Lord Shiva did not even waste time. So, yes, technically, it was Brahma first, according to what I've heard. It's not a problem. That shouldn't be our concern as much. The concern over here is that how Lord Shiva and Brahma are appreciating a Vaishnava and what they can't do. And even Vishnu, the person who, even in Lord Ram's avatar, right? When the thorns actually are piercing Lord Ram's feet, Mother Sita actually says that let me remove them. Radhavan Maharaj says that Lord Ram says that no, they have come to take shelter of me. I am not going to remove these thorns. You know, that's how Lord Ram is, and Lord Vishnu is. But in this case, even then, like, oh my God, even then, the shelter of everything, he's saying that no, I cannot give you shelter. What can the Lord can't do? This is what he can't do. He cannot actually give up a devotee. So the whole aspect is that, yes, coming back to your second question, we can serve demigods, they are devotees, and yes, but the problem, what we have as Indians, like we could have said, we could have served, like Nina Mataji said about other religions, right? We could also say that we can serve those ones, right? Will we be comfortable doing those prayers? Oh Lord, we should be, if we are so limited. Like Jesus Christ is an Acharya. Why not pray to him then? Why only specific demigods? That question comes when, why is that question there? Because we have an attachment since our childhood, you know. And so we naturally see them as separate entities, even though we might say they are devotees of the Lord. In our consciousness, not devotees of the Lord. Yes, it's like externally we might accept, you know. But the whole point is that the double benefit which you're talking about, that double benefit is actually for the Lord devotees who are fully surrendered and they have shown themselves that fully surrendered also, right? In amongst demigods, yes, there are pure devotees also, but there are mixed also. Yes, like Indra, we see there's so many things which go wrong, and he's taken as an example. Vishnu shows up in their yajnas. One time, when the demons were creating havoc, Lord Vishnu shows up to the demigods and he says that, see, all of you, there's one chance I give you. At this moment, I'll take you back home, back to Godhead. No questions asked, nothing. Black Friday sale, Thanksgiving sale, you 100% off. Whatever you did doesn't matter anymore. No, you just come, I'll take you back. But none of them actually approached that, okay, take me back. And they said no. They just no, no on their face. So, I've kept milk on the stove, I have to go and tend to it. Something like that. They had some excuses for it. Not pure unalloyed devotion. For us, having pure unalloyed devotion is our aim. Not only devotion to the Lord, it's unalloyed devotion. And that unalloyed devotion is from a devotee like Srila Prabhupada. If we have to pray, why so unnatural to pray to Prabhupada for material things? Because we know what he stands for, right? Yes. Like, Prabhupada, please give me a good wife so that I can enjoy. Who is going to say that, Prabhupada? Can anybody imagine that? Saying that? No, Prabhupada said. So, yeah, that's true. Maharaj, please, so that I can do enjoyment this way. What are you talking about? Pray for Krishna. He's going to chastise. Yes. So we need that chastisement actually. And that's why we won't get what really is our benefit. See, the demigods cannot intervene. They have a duty to be followed also. It's their duty to give whatever we desire if we have the bank balance and we have done the things for it. But Krishna and the devotees are totally different game. He'll be like, no, I won't give it to you. You idiot, you know. I'm telling you, if you pray to the demigods, you will get the material thing very easily. But devotion is another game. You cannot have pure unalloyed devotion from the demigods until unless they have it themselves. You have to have it to give it. That's why when we consider demigods as great, just I'm going to say something which is going to be a little weird. But the thing is that we appreciate demigods, yes. But the thing is that the demigods are in which world? They are in the material world. They are following the laws of nature. Srila Prabhupada and the devotees of the saints are actually coming from where? They are coming from Goloka Vrindavan. Very big difference. Actually, Srila Prabhupada, if you take it in a very technical, all this perspective, is so way up there. Sorry. It's so way up there. We can't even imagine how great he is. It's above everyone. We consider Prahlad Maharaj as great. Yes, obviously, we know, pure unalloyed devotee of the Lord. But Srila Prabhupada, you know, coming from Braja Vrindavan, so close to Krishna, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can't even imagine his level. It's difficult for the demigods Krishna. Prabhupada is telling in his Lilamrit, if you go and see Lilamrit, right? Not you, if we see Lilamrit, yesterday they were saying, Prabhupada says, Krishna has given me full freedom. The demigods do not have full freedom. Srila Prabhupada says full freedom to do whatever I want. Prabhupada, when he's about to leave this world, 3 weeks he didn't eat, or 2 weeks he did not eat or eat or drink. He tells to Bhakti Charu Maharaj, ask in the deity kitchen, what are they cooking? And he says, samosa and kachori, Prabhupada. He's like, go and bring it for me. A great Acharya, it's not Rajbhog time, it is still offered to the Lord. He takes one samosa and eats it before it is offered to the Lord. And he still is a pure devotee of the Lord, unimaginable, incomprehensible devotee of the Lord, who spread the mission of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like anything. How can he be compared to anyone? No one. And that's why, if we even consider, I get your point, double benefit. But the thing is that Srila Prabhupada is nowhere even compared. We already have that personality. We can see in his videos. That's the level of devotion which none of the people in the whole universe can have. Ebeja Gushuk Tribhuvana. In the three worlds, the demigods even glorify Srila Prabhupada. They bow in gratitude and they stand in line in the heavenly planet to take birth in the movement of ISKCON. Why? Because this way they will go back home, back to God. So we ideally cannot go back. So logically speaking, because we said it logically, right? Logically speaking, if we want anything also, right, we should go to Prabhupada. He will handle it more nicely than anybody else. Krishna might not. Okay, fine. But Prabhupada is much more merciful. We'll get whatever we want also, but in the right way. I hope this answers
Yeah.
your question.
Thanks a lot, Prabhuji, for directing me in the correct direction. Thanks a lot. Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam to all.
Thank you. We've gone over time.
Thank
Hare
you so
Krishna.
much. Do you have time, Prabhu? We have one question in the chat.
Yeah, sure. Everybody is waiting, so I'm sad for them.
Okay. So,
I'll just read this. Okay.
yeah.
I have a question. We live in the material world. Everyone is not devotees. Some non-devotees. They hurt us. How do we handle it? I accept it as karmic reaction, but same thing happens with same person again and again. Doesn't let me concentrate on KC. How do we get rid of these things? Even I'm, I'm not talking about a non-devotee, right? I'm talking about devotees. Oh, is it Parvati Mataji? Or I think it's my yeah. So it's like, at least you have only problem with non-devotees, right? I'm so sinful that I'm having problem with devotees also. But the thing is that when we say it's karmic reaction, then the whole aspect problem with me says karma, you know. The thing is that that means I did something bad in the past. That's why I'm facing this in the future. Correct? But if I do something good today, then I'll face something good in the future. So why to think that it is our karma? You know, as devotee Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says very clearly, it is so clear. When we accept Krishna consciousness and we start chanting even the first round, since that day we should start thinking, that moment we should start thinking, everything which is happening in our life is only by the direction of the Lord. Whether I get my hand chopped off, my head chopped off, or whatever it is Krishna who's doing it. Otherwise, how are we going to be Krishna conscious? You know, it's going to be so difficult. People say, I have faced it. I went through, we go through so many difficult times, and we say, no, 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 it is burning our karma. Very nice to say all this, and great devotees accept it also. Yes, it is a fact. But if we lose that opportunity to think that Krishna is doing it for me, then it will be good for me. When my mother is poking me with an injection, is it bad for me? I will tolerate it. Even if it hurts me. Hurts more than it's hurting me. I know that. You know, especially my mom, you know, I've seen her, you know, having this big body. Um, Recently, I got to know that actually I have a bigger body than average people. But my mom, she's much more fragile. She's much more shorter than me, and then, you know, but she won't let me pick up the cylinder. She'll be like, no, your back is gonna fall off. Even now, she can't see the pain. Yes. So if Krishna is giving me the pain, there is something going on over there which I am not able to understand. Yes. So we have to see, sometimes it is inconceivable to understand that why is Krishna doing this. But mostly it is straightforward also. It's because I am not even able to tolerate. Yes, I have to learn to be Trinadapi Sunichena. It's very difficult to do that. It's very difficult to tolerate. It's very difficult to cooperate. But that is the tapasya for Krishna. You know, this is where again the first question which was asked, right, by Sunil Prabhu. This is where it comes again back, you know, that Krishna will be happy if I don't say anything bad to this person, at least for now. You know, at least one step at a time. If I said something, okay, I've said it bad, next time I'll do it for Krishna. Once we start connecting it, the next time when this person actually irritates us, you know, because we are Krishna conscious, Krishna will help us, you know, somehow or the other, to actually tolerate it. But consider it as karmic reaction is good. But we should consider that it is coming from Krishna. Tathenu kampa susumikshamaano. It is coming from you, my Lord. And it is some way or the other, there is some problem in my heart that I am not able to tolerate. If we actually see Srila Prabhupada and his disciples, how they have dealt with their disciples, you know, I just feel amazed what Prabhupada must have tolerated. It's amazing what Prabhupada tolerated all from all these people. But he did it. He did chastise also. Yes. But at the same time, it was all about Krishna. So our aim should be, it's coming from Krishna. I have to figure out what is the problem in my heart. If I don't have a problem, then the only thing is that we can ignore. Yes, deal with it somehow or the other. If it's hurting too much, we are not Paramhamsas also. We have to accept that part. It is very difficult to accept that. I'm telling you. To accept that you are not a senior is a very big thing. Yes, very big thing. If you accept that we are not a Paramahamsa, then it's fine. You can deal with it however you are. But later you should connect it to Krishna. Learning we should connect it to Krishna. And before you say, oh, I'm going to bless. Because, you know, it's difficult to change natures. But still, it will happen. Slowly and steadily, it will happen. Yes. So I hope it answers somehow, because if you have a specific situation, then you will have a specific answer, you know. So for me also, I'm just giving so many problems we have dealing with devotees. Like I talk too much, so people have to tolerate me like you all are. So you're cooperating. So that's tolerance, right? So thank you again for tolerating me. Yes, I'm cooperating. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, any questions or realizations? Okay. So, thank you so much, Prabhuji. So I hope so everyone is satisfied with all your replies to the questions asked, because everything was very practical answers. So how we can apply in our day-to-day life. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, once again, and we want your association in future. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarupesha kripa sindhu patitam pavan नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हिज ग्रेस अनंत चैतन्य प्रभु जी
प्रभु
की
की
जय
जय थैंक यू प्रभु जी
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Dandavat
dear
Pranam.
devotees, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. We'll end the session here. Hare Krishna. Mataji, you can close.